Hello and welcome to Email Marketing and Automation Crash Course. And in this video, we are going to discuss what email marketing is. Then we will discuss what email automation is. And there are very interesting topics in there. And then we'll discuss what are the next steps if you're a beginner in email marketing or planning to start. So first things first, now if you do research online in almost all reliable resources, you'll find that email marketing has an ROI of 3600%. Any company that spent $1 on their email marketing efforts, including the resources, the tools they used, and the employees they have, they generated $36 in return of that investment. And same thing, Meta claims that if you spend $1 on our platform, on an average, you'll make $5 in sales. And Google claims that for every $1, you will make $8. But in email marketing, it's $36 for every dollar. But the strange thing is, as per the reports, more than 50% of the performance marketers have never used any email marketing or email automation tool or lack expertise. They don't have the skills. And this is really shocking in the current world. I'll tell you in the next sessions why it's so important. One is there needs to be a particular strategy. When it comes to email marketing, there's a little bit of work that needs to be done in the beginning, and then it becomes like kind of an set it on and forget kind of channel. This channel used to be tough in terms of a learning curve. When learning these platforms, there was so much that used to go into it. You need to take care of so many things about warming your audience list, not being spammed, and a lot of things. There were a lot of technicalities. But the good thing now is that with the new email automation tools, and they have AI integrations within them, it's become super easy. And now is the time that every performance marketer, small business should look at email marketing as a serious channel. If you're not aware about email marketing, so email marketing is basically using email as a channel, distribution channel for a business to reach out to the customers for sales, for engagement, or whatever. Like you use any Google ads, for example, or Meta ads as a channel to reach out to audience, show them your offers, ads, products, services. Email marketing is using email as a channel. And why it gained so much relevance in the past few years is because one, platforms are becoming like a black box. When it comes to Google, Meta, few years back, you basically had manual control on every aspect of your campaign, and you basically had visibility. You used to see what's working, what's not working, you used to customize. But with these platforms moving to automation, it's very difficult to understand why a campaign is working and why a campaign is not working. It's becoming more of a black box. Organic reach is reducing now. Before, what advertisers used to say, okay, let's invest a lot of money to gain followers on Instagram, subscribers on YouTube, so that we rely less on marketing going forward, because when we have our own reach, they used to treat it as organic reach, as kind of a distribution channel. But now you know that even if you have 100,000 followers on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube, you post a piece of content, only maybe 1,000 people will see that, and it's normal. Now there are so many updates. Apple, Google comes every day with their new iOS updates that, okay, now tracking is not possible. We need to have, the apps need to take permission from the user. Google says, okay, we won't allow third-party cookies on Chrome. And all these things have made tracking very difficult. So advertisers, when they use these ad platforms for running other types of campaigns, it's very difficult to track the impact of these campaigns, the true impact. But with email marketing, you basically have all the control. You own the data. You can control who sees your email campaign, who doesn't. You know exactly how many people clicked. You know exactly how many people basically came to your website, did sales or whatever. And to give you example, for example, in my case, let me show you here. If you see here, 10.4.6% of my revenue is coming from automations. And for me, it's like free money, because I set the automations once and that's it. I don't have to do anything. And every month I get like 8%, 12%, 9% of my revenue from all these automations, because I have set up rules, which we will discuss. So the last topic in email marketing, this is just to give you an idea before we move to automation, is what are the types of email campaigns. One is newsletters, like you follow a particular content creator or a company, they send you newsletters every now and then, which are like kind of updates. They share some information or useful updates with you, or you receive promotional emails, let's say from Amazon or other e-commerce websites, that, okay, we have 20% off, 10% off, these are the recommended products for you, we have launched these new products. And then there are transactional emails. So for example, if you go to my website, you buy a course, you will get a transaction email that, okay, this is your invoice. Then you will get one other email, this is your username and password. So these are probably the most 3 common email campaigns. I wanted to give you an idea that these are basically email campaigns, and you'll be able to relate to it. Now we will move to our next topic, which is the core of this course, is email automation. Now you know what an email marketing is. It's using the channel basically to send emails. But when you automate sending all these emails, like you don't have to manually send these emails, they're automated. That's called email automation. You basically automate email marketing as a channel. Before we move to the practical examples and I show you certain examples, the use cases, and kind of the very important email automations you should initially look at, set it for your business, I want you to understand there are certain concepts. And these concepts are trigger, action, tag and delay, and workflow. Now, for example, I'll go here in the email automation software, which is Omnisend. Now, if you see here, I have set up a particular sequence, an automation, which basically drives a lot of sales in the backend. And I set it up once and that's it. What happens is a lot of people go to YouTube to see how to learn digital marketing. Now, I have this video here. For example, it's 1.9 million views. Now, in this video, when people are looking at how they should learn digital marketing, what they basically do is, what I offer them is that, okay, you know what? These are the steps you should take. This is the roadmap you should take. But if you want all these details I have discussed in this video and things like that, then I have this particular created this thing called Digital Marketing Roadmap 2025, where I discuss all the videos, resources I have discussed in this video. So it's easier for them to kind of have this sheet and say, okay, step 1 is this. Let me finish. These are the checklists. So they come to this link. They come to my website, sanitaviranads.com here, and they download this product. Okay, this is free. I have set it up as free. I'll tell you like how you need to set up an email automation strategy. This is one of the examples. There are many automations running in the backend in my website as well. So once they basically buy this, which is free, but it will still be called like a transaction. There is an email automation that comes into play in the backend. Now what happens is customers enter the workflow when they order a product, and the product is Roadmap 2024 or 2025 because it has been named here as 2024. So once any user basically buys this and it's easy to set up, like you drop down the product, you set up exit conditions and whatever. Once they buy this roadmap sheet, wait for 1 day and then send them this email. Hi, the subject line is, we might help you in your journey to become a solid digital marketer. I wish you best of luck for your digital marketing journey. And then the email is like, by downloading the roadmap, I guarantee you are on the right path to become a solid digital marketer. As a second step on the roadmap, if you ever feel confused, don't forget to check out our digital marketing course for beginners. And then I add a button here, which they click on, because the second step in this roadmap is to learn basics of digital marketing, which I'm saying, okay, this is the course here. I add the button to this landing page here. Now, what happened so far is I provide a particular video, free video as a roadmap, then give them a free resource, which is like a roadmap sheet. And with 1 day delay, once they download it, I send them an email that, okay, we have a course. If you want to speed up your process, there is a course. You can do it on your own as well, but maybe you want to have this course. After that, I have selected the option that if they open the email, if they didn't open the email at all, I leave them there. Okay. So for example, if they do not open the email, and this condition is easy to set as well. Here you select, okay, opened email, you set up these rules. It's super easy. And you can let me know in the comments if you want me to show you how to create an automation. I can do that as well. Like step by step, it's easy anyways. So I say, okay, if they don't open the email at all, that means they're not interested. So I leave them there. I say, okay, not open the email, exit from the workflow. These audiences, all the people who downloaded the sheet and they did not open the email I sent them, exit from the workflow. Rest of them who opened but did not buy, wait for 12 more hours and send them another email that there's a 15% off our Digital Marketing 101 course. Okay, and if they do not click or buy again, they exit anyways. I give them 2 chances. Now the whole thing here is called a workflow. You have to understand, these are very important terms in email automation. This one here, wait for 1 day, 2 days, send them an email after 5 emails, 5 days. This is called a delay. Now this one, that send them an email, send them an SMS or whatever, it's called an action. So that is your action, that is your delay, that is your workflow. Now we have to understand what a tag and trigger is. Now trigger is basically, here condition is open the email. Yes, this is a trigger. Okay, based on this trigger, when this happens, an action is decided. Wait for 12 hours is an action. Send them an email is an action. Even here, if you see here, when somebody buys the Roadmap 2024 sheet, it's a trigger. And once this trigger is activated, once this happens, then the next action is wait for 1 day. So this is an action, this is a trigger. When some action needs to be taken based on certain things, it's called a trigger. There's no tagging used in this particular workflow, but what a tag means is basically, if you go to my website and you subscribe to my newsletter, I can add a tag to you. Okay, this person, tag him as a newsletter subscriber. Later, I might have some email sequence. I will only send it to people who have this particular tag. Or I will say any person who buys a course from my website, add a tag to him, paid user. Later, I might have a particular email sequence where I just want to reach out to these audiences who are paid users. So this is basically, tagging is basically based on an action a user does, you put them in certain buckets. So that's all about all the things you need to understand about the common concepts used in email automation. One thing I want to mention here is when it comes to email automation and marketing as a channel, it's a tool driven channel. The most important factor is what kind of tool will you select. And that's why I will recommend Omnisend as an ideal tool for your email marketing and email automation. And say a big thank you to Omnisend for sponsoring this video. Omnisend is an email and SMS marketing tool which I used to recommend to our clients even before partnering for this video. Because there's one thing about Omnisend I like the most. It's a very intuitive platform and tool, and it's very, very user friendly. If you're an e-commerce business, then Omnisend is your first choice, because with all the major e-commerce platforms, you have an one-click integration possible. And in case you're using any other email marketing services as well, they offer migration services to make it hassle-free for you. If you're new to email marketing and email automation, Omnisend can be your one-stop platform for everything, because they offer access to some amazing resources like blogs with insights to keep you up to date, Omnisend Academy with recorded and live sessions to make you an expert, free marketing playbook showcasing strategies and case studies which you can copy and customize for your business. Apart from these, there are tons of templates, ebooks, reports which you get access to. And the good news is, if you register with the link in the description below, you get free trial on Omnisend until you have 250 customers. If you decide to go with a paid plan, you will get a 30% discount for the first 3 months. So go and sign up now. Back to our video. So now we move to our next step, which is kind of practical examples or essential campaign. And these are the kind of essential email automations you should learn, you should set it up for your business, and then forget. Then you don't have to do anything, just monitoring basically. So the first one is welcome email series. It's important because it's about first impressions. It builds trust. Example, thank you email with a discount code for new subscribers. So welcome email series is, for example, whenever you basically subscribe to a newsletter, or if you, for example, come to my website, you register on our website, you will get some emails. For example, one is, okay, welcome to our platform. This is your username. This is your password. This is how you can log in. If you have any questions, reach out to this email. And then after 2 days, you will receive an email that, okay, you know what, this is the toolkit. These are the tools we recommend for digital marketers and blah, blah, blah. And then you probably send these kind of emails. These are called welcome series. Whenever somebody is added to your email list from a newsletter subscription, registration, you are an e-commerce website, somebody bought a product, you basically set certain emails, which mostly you welcome the user, you talk about your brand, you talk about yourself to build that trust and let them feel that they are a part of the community. Then we have abandoned cart emails. These are basically very sales driven. So for example, if you're an e-commerce website, you know that all the people who add products to their carts, only maybe 20 to 30% actually buy the products. And what about the 70%? They most likely, most among that audience was planning to buy, but maybe they found it more expensive. Maybe they wanted to compare something somewhere else. Maybe they didn't want to take the decision right away. They thought, okay, let me give a thought and later I will check again. So there is a particular sequence you can set it up for them. For example, reminder emails highlighting products left in the cart. for people who just forgot but they wanted to order, or give them an incentive, for example 10% off. They are all series basically. When there's an email automation person or a team or a performance marketer doing for a company, they basically say, okay, these are the 5 series, 4 series, 7 series, we'll set it up, and one by one they decide on the strategy, what kind of emails, and set it up. Then there are nurture sequences. Their importance is they keep subscribers engaged, series of emails providing valuable tips, insights, or educational content. Nurture sequences basically when you keep your audiences engaged and connected to you. For example, in my case, I send a newsletter sometimes. Whenever I find an amazing tool, I send it to all the subscribers of the newsletter saying, okay, this week or this month, these are the 5 tools I discovered. They're very important. Or sometimes I have a personal story to tell with a moral which is helpful for them. Or sometimes I send updates about my business. Okay, you know what? I quit my job, or I read this book, or we started this particular function on our website. So all the people who have been in my subscriber list for, let's say, for example, some time now, with emails over time, they know exactly how we are growing. They feel part of our journey. They feel like what decisions we are taking. And similarly, I mean, mostly nurture sequences should be your brand story, your brand milestones, or it can be educational content as well. Some people use educational content as kind of nurture sequences. And then there are transaction emails, which is straightforward. You basically send invoices, you change a password, you set up a sequence that email should be triggered, the password was changed, and things like that. You basically build trust with your audience. And then there are re-engagement campaigns. Some people call it churn campaigns for churn users. So if you think that a user has not ordered or registered or logged in or opened your email in last 1 month, 2 months, most probably they're going to forget you. So for e-commerce, it's very important if they have not ordered in last 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. So these companies, what they have dedicated coupons for them, which are automatically triggered once you do not order for 3 months, for example. And before that, they set up different kind of rules. Had 10 orders in last 1 year, but 0 orders in last 3 months. When this condition is met, when this trigger is met, send them an email with a particular coupon code, 15%, 20% off, and things like that. So they are very, very important campaigns as well. Then there are birthday and anniversary emails. These are my absolute favorites because I work with some companies. I'm a kind of a customer to a lot of companies, and some companies on my birthday send me customized emails, birthday emails, and a coupon code or a voucher, or sometimes they send me a gift. Feel connected to that brand later when you say an email, oh, hey always, happy birthday. And then there are feedback or review requests. So for example, in my case, I have set up an automation that once a user completes this particular course, I send them automatically an email is sent to them. Hi, we see that you have completed the course. We would love to hear your feedback. This is the link. Can you please go to this link and provide us your feedback and ratings? So these are super easy. So for example, if you want to collect reviews, this automation, you set it up once, it'll take you 10 minutes and that's it. You don't have to worry about it anymore, and it's free. So these are the most common sequences. If you're looking at email automation for your business, these are the ones you should basically look at. Now, the next section we have is best practices. I have divided them into different sections. If you are going to start, I have mentioned some very beginner friendly best practices you should follow. Now, once you start email automation or looking at email marketing as seriously, what you have to do is best practices to collect email IDs is, let's say, for example, you want to start a newsletter, which is an amazing business. Provide something for free. Provide ebooks, consultation, webinars, encourage signups with these things. So once you do that, okay, sign up. You can download it here on your website. You have a small form, enter your email address. We'll send the ebook to your email and you collect the email address like that. And with the new email automation tools, you don't even have to worry about, I have to create a website for that. It's all available in these email automation tools. You can create these pages, forms, and everything with just one step. The second best practice is about data hygiene. Now, whenever you're collecting these email addresses, capture demographic details, segment lists, because I told you, like, for example, if you want to have birthday sequences on your newsletter form, add what is your birthday. Then only you'll be able to do that, right? And for example, other demographics, male, female, because then you can have certain automations about Women's Day and things like that. But don't go too crazy about having like a long form with 20 options. 3-4 options. Decide what is important for you. For example, in my case, the most important thing when I'm collecting these email addresses: are you a business owner? Are you a student? Why do you want to learn digital marketing? Because then I have different sequences for business owners and for students. So depending on what kind of business you are, you need to understand. Then optimize, best practices. Take analytics seriously. Though there are not much analytics, there is, for example, bounce rate, there is open rate, click rate, and things like that. But they are very important when you do it along with A/B tests, which is again easy using these platforms. Then when it comes to email writing, it's very important to have personalized. So for example, all the automation tools and email marketing tools, basically, they offer you a lot of personalization, which is, for example, if you have the names of your subscribers or customers as well, you will be able to add, let's say, hi, and in the email you'll be able to address with their first name. There are certain macros you use, which is again very easy, don't get confused. Then when it comes to email writing, you have to use short and strong storytelling. Don't write too big emails, be to the point, and if you have a lot to share, divide it into multiple emails, like different stories. Short emails perform way better, and the important thing is always use one CTA per email. I have seen some people, beginners, making a mistake writing an email that, okay, if you want to check out this course, this is the link. If you want to do this, this is the link. If this is this course. Every email should have ideally one clickable CTA, one link, one button, one CTA. Those emails work better. Provide valuable content. Now, if you receive emails from someone and they're just selling, you get a lot of unsubscribers. When you send an email to someone, honestly, email, if it's a reel, 15 seconds, you know a lot of information from someone. You just waste 15 seconds if the reel is not good. Email people generally spend much more time than going through a reel. So you need to make sure that they are getting any kind of value in back. Like an education is the most common type of value you can provide. And be consistent. Once you send an email weekly, everybody, all of your audiences will kind of start expecting that to receive an email from you every week. The people who do not want, they will unsubscribe, but you will basically remain with people who already know that you're going to send them an email every week. And with that out of our way, we are to our last step, which is next steps. Now, if you're a beginner in email marketing and email automation, I would say just go ahead and start it. The good thing is it's free. The softwares are free. For example, our sponsor, Omnisend, brilliant tool. And up to 250 contacts and subscribers or customers, it's completely free. And sending emails is free as well. You don't pay for sending emails like ads. So what's stopping you? Go there. Test different automations, create these sequences which we discussed, create one of them, use their AI feature to write an email for these sequences. You don't have to do anything at all. You just have to basically set it up once. Create a form, ask people to subscribe to your newsletter or be a customer or whatever. Give them some freebies, a free webinar, a piece of content, a template, an ebook or whatever. Test with it. But trust me, I know some people who just run their businesses, they run a newsletter, a very successful newsletter, and they charge a lot to just mention a brand in that newsletter. So test it. It's going to be very important in the future. And by the way, if you just want a bit of more idea about email marketing, don't forget to watch this video where I discuss basically how email marketing evolved over time, how it was a spam channel now, why is it becoming important in a bit more depth there. But that's all for this video. I hope you like it. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next one.